Hi, Dr. P here to briefly answer a question: should memory or memorization be an element of games? Well, of course it should if it's a memory game, a game about memorization, such as the concentration game based on the TV program. But what about the rest? In the end, this becomes a question of what are game skills and what are not, and that question could cause much disagreement. I'm not going to go into it here. I'm just going to say my answer to this question is no. Memorization should not be part of ordinary gameplay. It's important in Stratego, but in my modernized, vaguely Stratego-like games like Doomstar, which has been published, and Pacific Convoy, which is going to be published, I don't require it because memorization isn't part of good strategy and tactics. We have to remember also, Stratego is a near exact copy of a 1909 game, French game L'Attaque. There's no particular reason for us to retain it. Moreover, most contemporary people have some form of CRS, which stands for can't remember shit. Not just elderly folks. I'm 66 and my memory is not as good as it used to be, but it's still better than a lot of younger people's memories because they don't try to remember. That's the basis of it. It's not that anybody's stupid, it's that they don't try to remember because they're so used to having everything at their fingertips. So if you make them try to remember things in a game, it's likely to frustrate them without improving the game. Now, frustration with opposition and frustration with poor choices that you've made is part of the game. That's what you expect when you play a game. But frustration with memory is not. So what I do in block and Stratego-like games is leave pieces whose identity has been revealed face up, so no one has to memorize where it is or was. In the block games that allow multiple pieces per location, the blocks can be stood up to hide again when they get to the same location as unrevealed pieces, and the player can then mix them up so the other player doesn't know which is which. My recommendation, leave memorization to memory games. Thanks for listening.